once again to travel time. Today you join me at Phuket International Airport, where I'll be flying on a Malaysian Airlines 737-800 series. This is one of the newly refurbished aircraft with its new interior. I've flown this aircraft multiple times before in economy, but I was sent round a really good deal from Malaysian Airlines where I ended up managing to upgrade for about $40 on this 1.5 hour flight. I wanted to try out the new business class and see what the seating was like. At Phuket International Airport, they give you access to the Coral Business Class Lounge, which is a decent priority pass lounge, but nothing too special for business class. This is a lounge that you also would have access to if flying economy, but you had British Airways Silver like myself, which is One World Sapphire, or One World Emerald. When I arrived, there was a nice pillow and blanket on the seat, as you can see here. The seats had a really good recline and a nice footrest. They were modern and clean, and the crew were very friendly on arrival. As you can see, there's an ability to use onboard Wi-Fi to watch media, which on this 1.5 hour flight wasn't too important, but can be useful. Upon boarding, I was treated to a welcome drink and a hot towel. As you can see, there was USB-C, USB and international charging ports available at each seat. Now please enjoy the takeoff.
Before leaving the aircraft, inflate your
After takeoff, the friendly crew came round and offered a one hot meal option, which was stir-fried rice with prawns. There was also some cold sandwiches if you wanted that. They also did a full drink service, but there was no alcohol on the menu at that time of day. It was an early, before midday flight. I'm not sure if that's something you would get on a longer flight. There's also a small little Hershey's chocolate on the side, and the service overall was great for this 90-minute flight. The flight attendants were incredibly attentive, and the flight went very quickly and very smoothly. Malaysian Airlines are an airline that I really like. like. I've flown them quite a lot recently. I've flown them internationally on the long haul flight from London, which I think is probably their longest flight, on their new A350s. That was in economy. The crew were fantastic. Food overall was pretty good. There was a decent selection of movies, if not the largest. I'm not going to say they compete with Emirates, but overall a really nice level of entertainment. Even on their smaller flights, they still provide entertainment, be it through Wi-Fi or on the older aircraft with screens. And again, they always serve meals, even on really short flights. Overall, I quite like KLIA as a transiting point. I find it a very easy terminal to get around, although at the moment it's slightly annoying not having the SkyTrain or the Aerotrain, I think they call it, working, although that is supposed to be fixed in the not too distant future. Overall, their lounges are pretty decent. Again, not a thing that's going to blow your socks off, but overall really good food, and as a big fan of Malaysian food, that helps. And overall, I've always had really good experiences on them. I know Malaysia Airlines have had some issues, and sorry as well if I've called them Malaysian or Malaysia. They used to be Malaysian Airlines, they're now Malaysia Airlines, and I often still call them Malaysian Airlines. But they've got a bad reputation after the crashes of about 10 years ago, and a lot of people didn't want to fly them, but because of this, there's still great fares about. They have cut back on their service. I would say they're not in the same league as someone like Singapore Airlines anymore, but overall they're still a really good airline. They beat most European airlines in my opinion. As I say, KLIA is a decent hub to transit in. Usually the bags come out pretty quick. Actually, as you will see on the coming up shots, my bag was the first off the plane, which is always helpful. It doesn't happen very often, even with priority baggage, which I often have. Malaysia Airlines are also part of the One World Alliance, which is always handy. And yeah, I would also say go and visit Malaysia. It's a fantastic country. Here you go, there's something quite handy. It tells you how long until the bags start coming out. So yeah, but overall, really great experience on this short flight, and highly recommend going.